Three twisted voices rise, Butchie, Matt and Paul, talking gore and guts with laughter in the air, reviewing every nightmare, 'cause horror's what they share. They don't need your ads or fame, they do it for the love and pain. Draw one last breath before the credits roll, screaming from the shadows, heart and soul. From festival to fest, they roam the haunted land, the UK's horror kings with blood upon their hands.
Welcome to Draw One Last Breath Horror Podcast. My name's Matt.
I'm Butch.
I'm Jolly Paul.
And we are back. This is episode 211. On this episode, we will be doing The Last House on Netflix. And our movie from the vault on this episode is Dead Ringers. How the hell have you been after our long time break?
Oh my God, we took a summer break this year. I don't know. It's unlike us. We don't usually do this sort of thing, but we took a summer break. Fuck it, why not? Back refreshed right before Fright Fest, where the boys get to go, and I get to stay at home and look after the wife.
Try not to murder her.
Yeah, she's not ill, by the way. She's fine. Just put it out there.
She's not dead. So
Yet. Well, we promised not to send loads of pictures to you, Butch. And
No.
tell you how great of a time we're having.
and
That's definitely going to happen.
I mean, at the
4 a.m.
every film and every.
I want to feel like I'm there, man.
It's going to
Okay.
be
I'll send you some angry
voicemails, karaoke videos,
Oh, I can't wait. Lots of social.
fist up abuse.
Just sit there and record every movie, right? I mean,
We'll put
Yeah,
it in the
what's the word,
outtakes.
Tagalog?
We'll put it in the outtakes.
sure. What's been going on there? We've been watching that film. It's been a couple of weeks. I finished From. So I finished season 4 From. We're sort of up to date with that. Quite happy with how that sort of turned out. And the only really thing that's been on, it's been too hot, stuffy. But I watched The Devil's. I think Paul, you watched it as well. The Devil's Mouth with Catherine Newton. She's a bit of a horror queen. We like her. She's sort of been pushed down to a bit of a princess after this one. Woo! This was a boob shark movie, tick. But a group of kids going to something called the Devil's Mouth in Thailand, and they are going caving, and they just get stalked by a shark that's lost in a cave. But it's kind of poor. There's no real chemistry with any of the cast. Some of the gore's pretty poor. Yeah, did not. This was phoned in, as far as I can. As far as I know. What about you, Paul? Did you enjoy this one?
No. Oh my God, it was awful. From start to finish, it was just shit. Script writing was terrible. You're right, acting was really bad. I know you're watching a fucking shark film, but Jesus Christ, some of the decisions that they had them making was just ridiculous. And then again, it's like we haven't got a budget, so we're gonna just have a fin in the water, and it's gonna there's so many. The shark took people the same way all the time. It was like fin in the water, then grabs them and just speeds off the other direction as they're sort of flailing about. And then when it was the shark was kind of revealed, it was just really, really shit CGI. Yeah, it was really bad, really, really bad. And there's been a spate of this stuff at the minute. Like shark films seem to be in vogue, where people are just knocking them out at a sheer rate of knots, but it's just shit.
It's always been the case, but this one just wasn't kooky enough. It didn't have.
Yeah, it didn't have a stick, did it? It was just there was nothing different about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, nah, crap.
Nah. Matt, what about you? Come on, you got to save us. You got anything good?
I have got something good, actually. I went to the cinema, took my 2 kids as well, to watch The End of Oak Street.
Oh,
Was, I thought, fantastic. Just when you thought, this is just going to be another dinosaur movie, fucking, it isn't. It's something different, and it's and it's very, very good. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys because I want you guys to try and go and see it if you can. But I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this, and I think it's just a really enjoyable movie.
Interesting pedigree because we've got Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor in this one. Ewan McGregor, not too much horror, Shallow Grave. Really can't really think of anything else that he's done in that sort of world.
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, forgot about that. Garbage. Anne Hathaway though,
She was good at it. She was good.
she's just done a weird one, hasn't she? Like called
That Mother Mary.
Mother Mary. So I don't know. Horrors. There's lots of horror out there. Like you can see, it's got some real, well, some actors behind it. I think Helen Mirren's coming up into one quite soon, so that could be interesting. Anyway, but yeah, I will watch that. That's
Definitely go and see that.
Cool. Right, well, let's dive into some news.
You don't want to know what I was watching?
It's just
Fucking hell. Do you know,
Mr. Stevens.
I didn't just watch The Devil's Mouth.
That was it.
That's it.
I've got
Over and over
11
again.
films I watched over the past 30 weeks since the last episode.
Oh, sit back.
Right, he's comfy. I didn't watch that much, but I did watch some horror. So I watched a film called As Above, So Below.
Oh yeah, got that on DVD.
French catacombs thing. Bag of shit.
I didn't like it either.
I thought, do you know what? I thought it started out all right, and then I think it got too big for its boots.
There's two, isn't there? There's this and there's Catacombs. It's one actually just called Catacombs and stuff like that. It's a spooky fucking area of Paris, but yeah, they just didn't kind of nail it.
Yeah, it kind of, I mean, the start, it was really weird. The start was obviously set in like the Middle East in the war and all that time. And I thought, oh, it's because I'm a sucker for a found footage film. And it was one of them that I'd always wanted to watch. But it was like, this isn't really a found footage film. It's kind of a Hollywood film dressed up as a found footage film. And it just, yeah, I don't know, it just got a bit too big for its boots and it didn't pay off. So,
Is it Melissa George in this one?
no, I don't think so. I think it's just unnoticed, isn't it?
All right.
I don't know. Maybe unless she is, and I completely missed it. I also watched a film on Shudder called Saccharin, to do with kind of weight loss and a bit Gen Z stuff. It joins the pantheon of very average Shudder films.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of jump scares in it which were quite good, but yeah, nah.
It's been a while since they've had a good one in it on Shudder. They need
I kind of dip my toe, and there's quite a lot on there coming through. But again, it's like it's kind of run of the mill stuff, and I'm still waiting to be kind of wowed by one of them comes out. I watched a film called it's called Good Boy, right, or The Good Boy, but it's got a different name on Letterboxd, and it's called Heel. So you've probably seen this around. It's the one with Stephen Graham, where they basically kidnap some young dude, and kind of like he's a little shit basically, or he's a big shit to be honest. But and they kind of like kidnap him, and it's kind of like we'll make him better essentially. I thought it was really good.
I've heard good things about that.
I mean, it's such a quiet little film, but there's some real moments of kind of tension. Like the acting, Stephen Graham is just, I mean, he's great anyway, but he's fucking phenomenal in this.
Amazon?
Yes. It's definitely worth a watch, guys. It's definitely worth watching. It's really interesting, and I won't kind of go into and spoil it, but you don't kind of know where it's going to go, and it's got quite a cool little ending as well, I thought. So yeah, definitely worth checking that out. And it kind of came out and kind of didn't get any fanfare, which is a bit of a shame. Then I watched, is it a horror? It's a documentary. Have you heard of The Crash?
Nope.
On Netflix.
Heard of Crash?
It's basically about so in the US, a girl centers around a girl who basically crashed a car, and initially it looked like an accident, and it killed her kind of boyfriend and his friend. And it literally was an accident, but then like as a cop kind of sniffs it out. And
I watched a documentary on that recently, I think. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the documentary.
Oh, yeah, I watched it. It's fucking crazy.
Bonkers. So yeah, no, I know it's not really horror, but look, it kind of sits in there. And then I watched Venom: The Last Dance.
Commiserations.
Instantly regretted it. One of the worst films I've ever seen. I don't know why I put myself through it. Probably just to see how seen it for the kids.
Power
I
Rangers
thought
of the
Let
Venom world.
Carnage was bad. I can't believe how bad The Last Dance was.
I
I
think
was.
Hardy loves this character and doesn't give a shit and just wants to do it.
I know, but it was terrible. It was like his. It was just a crap comedy film. Obviously, the budget's been dumbed down to the effects weren't amazing. And I think they think, oh, let's put null in it and it'll make everyone go, ooh, this is amazing. It was fucking shite. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how bad it was. So yeah, boo. Bring back Venom in the Holland universe and better, please. And then lastly, I watched Kerry Barker's The Chair, finally,
Good.
Nice.
Good.
and which I thoroughly enjoyed. And definitely got.
I have been watching a lot of Curry Barker shorts. He can make any content, any like thing very creepy, just like a birthday card or a haircut. Those fucking skits are just so fun. And
Yeah, I'd love to know if he's kind of like informed from like when you were kids and you gone to like camping or something and you had your mates around, you started telling stupid ghost stories. He's kind of like he's took them things and just gone, oh, it's like a scary plug or like a remote control, and you're right, just an object or a scenario
yeah,
that you tell crap stories for, but he's kind of filmed it. Yeah, but I thought it was really good. But you could definitely tell he's lifted bits from that for Obsession.
mm.
100%. So yeah, definitely worth a watch. But yeah, and that was me. A couple of other ones, but not horror, so I won't mention
Rory, let's now get on to some news.
them.
Matt, do you want to start with what you wanted to go through?
Yeah, so we have been lucky enough to get sent a nice copy through the post from Second Sight of do you remember that film Cold Prey that we watched back in the day, Butch, the Norwegian one?
Yeah, you bought it for me. I got Cold Prey 1 and 2. Absolutely love that
That's right.
movie.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, Second Sight have basically re-released it. It came out on the 6th of July. Sorry, we're a bit late on this, but because of our holiday, I'm covering it now. But yeah, Second Sight brings Chill's Norwegian style Coldplay trilogy as the latest classic horror collection to get a limited edition Blu-ray box set. It's out now and it's got loads of cool extras like audio commentary, alternative endings, behind the scenes. It's got a couple of short films on there as well, which are really, really good. That's a trilogy, so it comes with Cold Prey 2, and Cold Prey 3. And it comes in a really nice rigid slipcase with a 120-page book. So yeah, and some art cards. Go and get it because it's such a good trilogy. And if you like the kind of slashers, it's got loads of kind of really cool kills in it, and they're really kind of inventive. So it really keeps the genre going. But yeah, it's really good. So go out and get that now because it is brilliant. I loved it.
Oh, I wish I owned all the Second Sight box sets. They're amazing.
Oh mate, so
Even the films I don't really like, they're beautiful.
they're absolutely killing it. Second Sight is really, really good. Really good.
Get the coffee table for you, Matt.
No. Um Anybody else got some news?
I'll leave mine to the end, but did you want to whip through some Fright Fest stuff?
Yeah, sure. Obviously we normally do a whole episode on what's on at Fright Fest, but we've had a bit of a break. So what I was going to do is just run down a couple of the films from the main screen that we're going to go and probably watch. So obviously this year Butch is sitting this one out, but he's promised me he'll be back next year. So it'll just be me and Geordie Paul. So Thursday we're smashing off the day with what time does it start there? 5:30, is that right, Geordie Paul? With
Yes.
Nervous. Yes, with Nervous, which is the first film from South Korea. And this is basically a world premiere. And it's a Korean movie about Sarah and her husband moved to a Korean countryside in the hope of saving their crumbling marriage. But their new home hides a strange secret an unmarked vinyl record that plays nothing but silence. Da, 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 da. So that's an opener. We do like our Korean movies, so hopefully that's a good one. And then on Thursday, straight after that, 8:15 is Colony, which I know Butch is gutted about this one,
Oh,
but
yeah,
this is
the director
yeah,
of Host and Train to Busan, right?
yeah, Seoul Station, Train to Busan. Yeah, so this looks really good. So I'm going to not say much about that one because obviously you guys want to go and watch it, and I want you to watch it as well, Butch, when it comes out. I'm sure it'll be out on release. That one's from South Korea, so that would be cool. And then the last one closing on that day is Big Baby, which is this was Spider-1 director. This is getting loads of love in the US. So I can't wait for this one. Looks the poster looks insane. The main character looks insane. So it's from the film that Behind Little Bites, and produced by this is produced by Cher. A nightmare involving a maniac killer in a baby mask inspires horror screenwriter Adam Lewis's new script. As more nightmare visions and real life terror begin to challenge Adam's sanity as he finds himself in a desperate struggle to control his writing. So yeah, that looks pretty messed up, that one.
Well,
Uh,
Little Bites was quite cool, to be fair. I know you guys haven't seen that, but
no,
yeah, it's worth checking out.
I'll have to try and see if I can check that one out. And then into Friday, we've got opening is Imposters, which looks interesting. But at 105, there's an interesting film called Frostbite from Denmark. And well, it's Denmark and Germany. So this one looks fucking mental. But from Holy Shit director Lucas Rinker, I've not seen Holy Shit. He returns to Fright Fest with a Irwin Allen style disaster movie combined with a seat edge survival thriller. And it looks like it's shot, and this one's for you, Butch. This one says on the foggy summit of Canada's Mount Kilgore, high-rank investors want to proof the area can be a prestige winter sports destination. But when a controlled avalanche blast goes wrong, former skating pro Charles, geologist Marsha, and her daughter Billy are trapped in a crushed cable car beneath the ice, battling life-threatening injuries. But then there's something else wants in. So I don't know what wants in. That's quite cool. Um, and then after that, we've got Ponderosa, which looks interesting. That was an USA one. Don't know much about this one, but looks a bit weird. Don't know. Maybe that could be a break. I don't know. Um, and then after that one, it is Pitchfork Retreat. This is the one with apparently the last film from Tony Todd. It's got Daniel Harris, Dee Wallace, and Adriana Balboa. So that looks good. To be honest, looks like a culty kind of flick, that one, but it's got a good cast, so I think it'll be worth a watch. And then straight after that one, we go into Drag. This one looks really cool, and this is one that's co-produced by Danny DeVito. So it's a fun horror comedy, which is looks quite interesting. So yeah, and it's got a good cast on that one as well because Lizzie Kaplan's in it, so that'd be
Ooh,
cool.
I like
Looks
Lizzie.
like Lucy DeVito's in it, so I would imagine that's probably Danny DeVito's daughter, maybe. John Stamos as well. What the fuck? So that's quite interesting to see what that one's about. And then I think B-Man's going to be wild gutted that he's missing this one. We've got Hungry, which is the one about the
Hungry Hippos.
hungry hippos, I think. The hot hippopotamuses. But you know what it's like. But remember when we watched Boar?
Oh my God, yeah.
Fun movie, last movie of the night. Just good, funny, fun. Probably really
Was
dodgy.
it Flush was the last one of the night?
That was one of the
Fucking
last
hell,
one.
that was great.
I don't think it's going to be as good as Flush.
No, I'll just scoot through the next one, so I don't want to keep going on. But on Saturday, it opens with Labyrinth. That one is from the director of Midnight Meat Train, which is apparently not too bad. And then after that one is
Dead Reset, in it.
Dead Reset.
Yeah.
Yep. So we all know what Dead Reset is. And then I don't even know how to say this. Is it Ithaca? Ithaca? Ithaca?
It's a qua? A
Ithaca?
qua? Qua?
This one looks mental. Reading the synopsis, I wasn't too sure, and then me and Geordie Paul had a little look into it, and it's got Luke Hemsworth in it, Michael Pitt as well. Um,
Ooh.
could be quite a good one. This this is Hammer Horror as well, isn't it, Geordie Paul?
It is, yeah. I'm looking forward to this one, to be honest. I
Yeah.
love Michael Pitt. Michael Pitt's amazing, so
The thing that put me off was Canada in the 1800s, but then when you read on, it sounds really, really cool. So it just looks like it's going to be a pretty mental film. So looking forward to that. And then after that we have it is Grind. This one is from the USA, and this is directed by Bria Grant, Chelsea Stardust. So I'm interested in this one because I like Chelsea Stardust's kind of stuff. And this one has got Barbara Crampton in. So looking forward to seeing that. And then after that one, we have got over in the main screen after that, it is The Nameless Ballad, which is an Italian movie. Looks like a ghost kind of movie. But the Italians, we don't watched a lot of Italian horror recently, so that could be a good one. And then after that, this looks fucking batshit. Not the ghost in the shell, but the ghost in the cell.
yeah, I'm
Um,
looking. This is what I'm really looking forward to. So
yeah, so this one is set in a high security prison run by a tyrannical warden. It is rocked by a spate of gruesome murders with bodies put on morbidly spectacular display. Who is the perpetrator and who will be next? Between spontaneous dance-offs, sudden prayers, political statements, ecological issues, and ballistic fistfights, the inmates must overcome internal gang rivalry to decipher the motive behind the killings. But yeah, it's meant to be pretty fucking full on, and it's Indonesian, so that's going to be fucking insane.
Nice.
I think that'll be a pretty fucking insane closing movie. Then on to the Sunday, we've got Temptation of Becky, which I know you're upset about that one.
I love
Then we've
that. I love that franchise. It's wicked.
Yeah, I know you do. I know. Then we've got The Glorious Dead from the Addams Family. So that will be pretty good. And then on the main screen, we're treated to a rewatch of Alien. Don't know if we're going to go and watch this.
never seen that before. It's going to be any good.
So I don't know. We might take a break or do something because me and Geordie Paul are obviously only just recently seen that in the theatre anyway, haven't we? So and then after that one, we have is it Gatorface? I
Okay.
think
Gator freeze.
Gatorface. This is the one I'm interested in. Probably one of my favourites from Padre Reynolds, the director, writes the Spring Worry Dolls and Open 24 Hours, and Dark Light that me and Butch watched as well, which I thought was really good. Now we welcome him back with Gatorface, an unapologetic lip-smacking homage to 1970s creature feature exploitation, featuring real alligators, gallons of practical gore, and zero CGI or AI.
Sweet.
So I'm all up for that, mate. Gatorface. Good name for a movie as well. And then after that one, sorry, I'm panning down here. We've got, I know Butch is gutted about this one, Spider Island.
Fuck off.
So
I
yeah,
don't think I would have gone. I would have met you. I would have been in Slim Chickens.
and that's sold out. That's actually sold out. So that's pretty mad. I wonder if they'd be giving out big fluffy spiders. And then we're on to Monday. We've got 10:45 in the morning, Oddities. I'm gonna go through these. And then Valley View Motel, You Are the Film, which is a Japanese movie. And then right at the end, I think that's it. Oh, Hyena. And then the closing film is Species, which is a French-Belgian film, sci-fi body horror. You never know. This could be this year's Substance. But there
Nice.
you go. Yeah, so take it away, Geordie Paul. What Discovery tickets are we going to go for?
Yeah, so there's quite a bit to choose from. It's quite a good list this year, I think, to be fair.
Very, very strong.
Like lot of there's like panels to go to and there's documentaries and all sorts. So yeah, but we kind of narrowed it down because again, there seems to be a lot of fierce competition this year for Discovery tickets. So we already have one booked anyway because I think this could be a bit of a sleeper hit anyway. So the film Buddy, um, which again Michael Shannon's in it, which I never realised, which I'm very excited for because I fucking love Michael Shannon. But yeah, a bit of a weird kind of kids unicorn thing that goes mental and kills everyone. So yeah, right, right about street. So yeah, so me and Matt's definitely got tickets for that one. So we're definitely going to say that. And then the other kind of three that we kind of picked out headline wise. So there was Dead Eyes, which is kind of um, first person film. The storyline is quite cool though. To be fair, it is basically a guy. Sean and his fiancée Grace venture into a remote forest with two friends to search for Sean's missing father, Paul, who vanished after the death of his young daughter, Lily. Returning to the place of tragedy, Sean is forced to face his inner demons when they uncover Paul's horrifying secret. He's been cloning Lily in a desperate attempt to bring her back. The forest now crawls with cannibalistic mutant girls, each battling to prove their identity as the real Lily. So, yeah, sounds pretty cool.
Australian as well.
I think this is definitely a film that's either going to be amazing or absolutely shit. But hopefully we sit on the amazing line. And then next, kind of swerving a different film, but we quite fancy one of the short film showcases. This is short film showcase 3. It looks like it's quite a mix. There's US and Icelandic cinema together with an animated one. Grillu Scare, an Icelandic ghost story. God knows. There's one called The Candle in there. There's one called Vape Glow. So hopefully someone who vapes gets their comeuppance. And one called Inherit. There's one called The Chosen, Dread. I mean, there's one called Udders, which I mean, fuck, God knows. Skinned, and then Canadian filmmaker Emily Lawson brings us Man Eating Pussy.
Yes. I'm there.
I mean, yeah, the poor cat. Never saw it coming. Yeah, that looks quite interesting. So hopefully we can catch that because I've never actually been to one of the short film showcases. So that'd be interesting to go and see one of them because Matt was saying you used to have never seen a crap one, basically. So
pretty much they've all got some good points about them.
Yeah,
And some of them have been
yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and I always like shorts because you want to see them kind of grow into a big film as like a a feature length, and sometimes you watch these things and they do turn into it. And then the last one we kind of interested in is a film called Remnant. Now you guys went to Fright Fest in 2020 and saw a film called Skull the Mask.
Yeah, it was the digital one.
Skull
So
the
do you remember that,
Mask.
Butch?
Yes.
The Brazilian one.
Fucking that was crazy.
Yeah, well, this guy's bringing out fucking. This one sounds batshit. A high voltage cosmic tale from Capel Furman, director of The Skull the Mask.
Yeah.
Two paramedics in Novo Hamburgo stumble upon treasure in an old basement. They accidentally open a dimensional portal, unleashing the Engineer, a creature who can travel between multiverses, now determined to reclaim its gold at any cost.
This sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be trippy as fuck, isn't it? I mean, it says it's a cross between Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories and Martin Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead. So yeah,
it's a tall thing.
Might have to get the Kraken out for that, man.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so that was the kind of headlights from the Discovery screens.
Oh, lovely job. You have a great time, lads. That sounds very fucking cool. Very jealous. Very, very jealous. Okay. That's a lot of news. I think we'll end on a little bit of a sad note. We had to say goodbye to Hayden Panettiere this week, who obviously played Kirby in Scream and Scream 7. 36 years old. It's very, very sad. But pour one out for Hayden. She's had a couple of troubled years. I don't know what. I don't think they've released anything yet. But yeah, it's just too young, man.
Yeah, sad times, man. That's no age to be losing your life at.
Yeah.
And also we lost Screaming Mad George as well. Do you know who he is? You know the effects guy, the special effects.
Oh,
He
bloody hell.
worked on Predator, Abyss, Big Trouble in Little China, Nightmare on Elm Street. Absolutely 80s A game. Worked on American Werewolf in London. Loads of stuff. Sadly passed away as well, which was really sad news. So it's not been a good week.
No, sad times.
Really, really. So yeah, pour one out.
Yeah. Right, come on then. Let's get on to our main review.
Hey, no scooter in the
Mom,
house.
let's go!
Go wait in the car.
Don't rush me.
I'm not. I'm hiding from our children.
It won't open.
I think we're trapped in here. We're sealed in.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. But we are safe. We are in our home.
Oh my god.
It's not just us. The whole world. But most importantly, we have each other.
I saw someone outside today.
What is something out there? It's keeping us trapped.
What do we do?
We survive. This is going to end one day. We can't help you. I'm sorry.
Hide.
Okay, this episode's main review. We watched on Netflix, little treat that came out called The Last House. I keep wanting to say The Last House on the Left, but no, it's called The Last House, which is basically a family of four is suddenly sealed inside their house with no way out and must work together to survive against both their dwindling resources and the mysterious looming threat that is keeping them trapped. Really weird synopsis, really weird idea. Didn't really think it was going to work, but I kind of interested to see your thoughts, guys. Let's start with Debbie Downer. Mr. Stevens, what do you think?
How very dare you? I thought it was shit. I'm only kidding. There were some really, really good bits to this film, guys. I just thought it lost its way a bit in the end. But can I just say, right, the first thing I want to say is Wagner Moura, who obviously plays the dad, is a fucking phenomenal actor. I mean, if you ever watch Narcos,
Man.
He's just fucking phenomenal. And Civil War, he's just one of them actors. He's gonna be just brilliant for a long time and a lot of stuff, and he's very, very good in this. Like I said, the acting's really, really good. I think the story lost a bit towards the end, but we'll go into it. Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I quite enjoyed this movie. But I do think you're right. It did lose its way a bit towards the end. I think it ran too fast at the end. But I found it really interesting and kind of just really intriguing. It just made me want to watch it. And I really did like the house and the way it was set out and stuff like that and the set. And the acting was absolutely brilliant. I quite enjoyed it, but I do agree with it kind of lost its way a little bit at the end. Butch,
Yeah, totally. I mean, post-apocalyptic weirdness. But again, like you said, it's acted well. The premise was interesting. It had so much mystery and intrigue around it. And I always love a survival movie, against all the odds, but in your own house,
mm,
nowhere to go, dwindling resources. How do you eat? How do you stay alive? And why the fuck can you just smash a window or something like that? They go into all this, but yeah, it wasn't bad. But again, it just kind of ended with a. eh. Let's talk about it, man. Right, first off, like the premise of like them being sealed in a house. How do you feel about that? The way that was handled at the beginning.
I liked it. I thought it was clever. It was kind of normal family, and then it's kind of you go to open the door and it won't open, and it's like, oh, come here, give me the door, it won't open, and then it's like that sudden realization that they can't get out, and it's that it keeps raining, and the rain's kind of sealed them inside the house. The water kind of moves and it tenses, and you can't get out. Um,
Well,
actually,
it's so weird though. Obviously he takes a crowbar to the window and he's trying to smash the window and the water's sort of seeping, almost acting like a seal so the window won't crack. And then that's weird. But wouldn't you get an axe and chop down the door or something? I don't know if you get the same sort of. It's just weird. I just thought there's like I don't understand how. Obviously, it's mystical
it
forces.
was like a barrier, wasn't it? Because they tried to get through the wall, and it was like this barrier. Then they went up through the floor, and there was like it's like a force field. It was a bit weird.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the holes in that theory though later, I think.
it definitely
Okay.
evoked memories of COVID, guys.
Well, I think this is firmly written whilst in COVID.
Right.
It's definitely one of those films that was written in COVID.
One
Mm.
location
A
sort of thing.
COVID baby. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely
100%.
those sort of things in
100%.
mind. But the threat, the way they survive, obviously the dwindling resources, the food, they're kind of the family dynamic is pretty good. We always have the young girl who sort of there's something creepy outside. When it rains, there is something very creepy, and the daughter's sort of there in tune with it more than the rest of them, right?
Yeah, she kind of sees it every night, doesn't she? Essentially, it kind of sets that up of it's that trope, isn't it? That the little girl or the little kid is nice to the monster.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's weird because the whole neighborhood's obviously shut in as well. And there was one lass that was out running, and obviously we see her, we saw her again a bit later, not looking so
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, I mean that
Uh,
yeah,
bit was great. I love that bit.
yeah, creepy, wasn't it? But like slowly, the other houses, obviously, the people are going stir crazy, must be dying inside the house and all this sort of stuff. I mean, we get a very They got a blood. Why did they do this every time? They got a bloody dog. And oh, well, the inevitable happens. That was quite a sad little bit. Obviously, they have electricity for quite a while, don't they?
yeah. Spoilers, by the way, we're going to spoil the shit
Ah,
out of this.
fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, see, you do get this so obviously he's an engineer, so he's obviously quite forward thinking. Is she? I didn't get the impression that his wife was anything scientific, but she's obviously quite practical, and like, she kind of quickly can grow food and well, not quickly, but she knows how to kind of do it, and they kind of set up their own kind of little allotment in their house. And actually, I really did like the montage scene of them all playing together and stuff, and it's kind of like after the initial shock comes over, it's kind of like, well, we'll just get on with it. Um, and then the fucking time jump happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
it's like is it 2 months or is it a long time? Are you talking about the long jump?
The long jump, yeah.
I don't know how long that was. I think it's 5 years later.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
They've survived 5 years in this house somehow, like all this stuff, and that's very much after the dog, right?
Yeah,
Perishes to the.
yeah. I don't think they'd be keeping that like
Did they
fresh for
eat the
5 years.
dog?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
100%,
Yeah, they.
100%.
Would you eat the dog?
Come on, man. They start making, so this is, we've totally missed this out. So because the guy's an engineer, they devised this kind of plan.
The
They
trap is.
realize they realize after sending their little daughter up the chimney that there's actually a little loophole and they can just get out. They can't get a human out of it, but they can get some sort of like device trap up the chimney. So he designs like a trap that traps animals because there's loads of animals still wild outside. So they're catching freaking skunks and like squirrels and rats and everything, and that's what they're eating. I mean, they'll probably die of tuberculosis or something, but that's how they're surviving because they're eating these fucking animals and growing stuff in the house, i.e., vegetables somehow without
But
anything.
it kind of sets up the fact that, obviously you have the last runner turns up and she's kind of screaming and then something takes her away. But then obviously animals are just roaming free. There's like a
Mm,
deer, a fox, badgers, ferrets, all that type of shit. So yeah, you're kind of thinking, well, animals are all right. It's obviously whatever's out there is after humans.
mm.
Yeah, and
Because they start thinking it's a government thing at the start.
yeah,
It's just like, which obviously we find out that it's not straight away, really, which was good because I was glad it wasn't that.
there was like a bit where one of the creatures gets in, right? So after all this nonsense, one of the creatures decides to open the fucking front door.
It was
So
a bit
obviously,
War of the Worldsy.
yeah, and it's like a weird squiddy thing. But it's the bit sort of all very quiet place, stalking it around the house.
Reminds me of that thing out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but
Davy
yeah,
Jones.
Yeah, with like, I did like the design of the
yeah,
creature. I thought it looked really, really
it was
cool.
bonkers. It's
Like that. What's the sea creature stuff
the
called? I can't
Kraken.
remember. Very like Kraken-y, kind of
Squid,
like,
Squiddy,
yeah.
Octopussy.
What's the fucking books that always write about those, the Cthulhu and all that sort of stuff?
That's
That's
HB
what it
Lovecraft.
Cthulhu, the
HB
Lovecraft stuff.
HB Lovecraft. Yeah,
That's it. Very Lovecraftian kind of look about it.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Definitely that sort of vibe. I definitely agree with that. But it poisons all their shit. So all the stuff they're growing, they ain't got no more. So this is like they've survived this long. And I think the little daughter gets bitten by a ferret, and then she's got to get some medicine, and then they realize that the house is shifting, and the barrier is shifting too. Does he go mental in the car as well? He like goes into the garage and tries to crash through the fucking garage door. Yeah,
Well, that's
But
because his daughter's dying because obviously
yeah,
she needs antibiotics and they can't get out, and it's kind of a desperation thing where he's kind of he, he's obviously got an old Pontiac or something, isn't it? And he kind of does it up in isolation. It's so funny. His teenage kid's like, "Well, what was the point? You kind of drive it anywhere." And he's like, "Fuck you!" Like,
I
hey,
mean, he
you know,
would have poisoned. He would have poisoned himself from the fumes
yeah,
of the
yeah, just
exhaust.
gas the whole house. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so they kind of get through the bottom. They've been growing crops, but yeah, because the house shift and there's a crack, and they kind of use it to ascertain that actually they can get through the because it's on a slant or something. I don't know, but they get the wife out of into the sewers
Mm.
so you
yeah.
can go
The
to the
inevitable,
neighbors to get
yeah,
there.
the inevitable sort of search and rescue that encounters one of the beasts, the creatures. It's very creepy. There was some like good little have you on your edge of the seat sort of stuff, but the sort of climax of the movie with the water entering the house with the creature, and then they sort of trying to they fashioned weapons, haven't they, to try and deal with anything that comes in. And they have a
Yeah,
plan, and they got the
bit of
plan.
a
But the
Well, they're
house
like
is,
they're like fuck it, and they're like, look, the house is fucked. We haven't got no food. There's only one way that we can do this, and this is to see if we can fight it and get out. Really,
yeah,
that's their only
the,
option in
the
it.
last stand, if you like.
Yeah,
And the water gets all the way up to the bloody attic until it starts going down the sinkhole, right? And they harpoon the thing, but as a last, as a last minute before the dad kills the thing, the daughter's
yeah.
like,
So this is where, but just before, but you kind of reveal it. Like this is where it all got a bit daft, right?
Disney.
Because yeah, it got very kind of like, because obviously it was great. It was like really like, like you said, really tense in the house, and obviously they've got this relationship. They've survived for so long, but they're kind of a breaking point, and they won't realize it. And the dad's like hell bent on fixing everything, and he can't, and all this type of bollocks, right? And then it just gets a bit splashy, splashy, shooty, shooty, chasey, chasey, and then yeah, they get out of the house, and they're out, and it's like yay. Oh no, sorry, yeah, sorry, I've just skipped a bit. So yeah, he gets it, and he's gonna stab it in the face. He's basically saying, "Why won't you let us out? Let us open the door, open the door." Because to be fair, these octopus things, right? Squid things, whatever. Davy Jones, let's call him Davy Jones, right? They are a bit of a cunt because, like, they've got everyone trapped in a house, so they've realised that well, we want everyone dead. We don't want you surviving. So they come in, salt water all the crops, so they're gonna die. And then when they realise they're there, they basically go, "Well, we'll just fucking flood the house." They are a bit cunty, so deserve to die a bit. But yeah, but so you go on as he's about to kill him.
Yeah, then the creature just like he chooses not to, and
Well, the daughter appeals, doesn't he? The daughter's like,
yeah,
"Look, I've been watching him. I've got a relationship essentially with this creature because it just so happens to be the same one anyway." And then it's like, "What? You've got a relationship with the creature that came in and destroyed our lives? Well, that's good, nice one, thanks, pet." But he doesn't kill it because then he kind of has this like epiphany. It's almost like the scene at the end of iRobot where he's like, "Oh my God,
yeah,
like
he shows him
my daughter,"
shows him mercy, and then they open the door,
and
confront
they run
loads of other,
outside.
yeah.
I think we're free until Squidward's mates all come and get him.
But yeah, it's a bit of a naff.
But here's where it really got daft, though, Butch, right? So obviously the squids all surround them, and they're obviously going to kind of kill them. And then the squid that they let live, right, basically comes in and goes and tells them, "No, that's by the way for the listeners, that's squid for please don't kill these people. They showed me mercy, right?" And then all the squids fuck off, but they don't just fuck off from them. Do they then decide that the human race is all right after all?
Yeah, that's what I got the impression, and then I was like, oh wow, okay,
Or, or again, it doesn't really explain it, or is it just this family's all right? So we're still going to kill the rest of the human race, but
yeah,
this family's all right. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
I didn't take that away from it. I just think they let them off and off they went. You know,
yeah, aliens or under the water things. What do you reckon?
Under the water things, because they make a big deal of it. It's their home too. So I don't know. Again, was it an environmental statement?
Yeah,
Were they just thinking,
let's just say it was environmental.
yeah?
There's a statement on climate change.
But, but But there's a scene obviously because obviously at the start of the film there's a voiceover of the daughter saying like everyone remembers when the rains came and all that type of stuff, and then in the end she does the voiceover to like and they've just basically the house implodes, falls to bits, and then they just get a boat and just sail out to sea.
That's what you
Like
do.
what the fuck?
That's what I do.
What about the rest of the human race that's behind you? I don't know. I was a bit wet, pardon the pun at the
Oh,
end.
God.
So
Yeah, bit of a Netflix special. It wasn't bad. I think I like the movie in general, though. In
yeah,
general, it wasn't too bad.
Matt.
yeah, like I said, I liked it, and I enjoyed it. I watched it with my daughter, and she was pretty scared at the start because it is quite dark. I really didn't think that they were gonna go as dark as like, oh, we have to kill the dog because he's ill, and then we're gonna chop him up and put him in the freezer. I thought that was fucked up. So it went in some places like I said, the acting was great. It just the ending was a little bit weak but I enjoyed it. And I had a little story about it as well. There was a guy that came in the shop that I served. I got talking to about movies, and he actually worked on the film. And it was the day after I watched it, and he was like, he's worked on the storyboard of the film, and he's done loads of other storyboards for loads of other films, which was cool. His name was Graham Wynne Jones. So he's worked on loads of stuff like Beauty and the Beast, Last House, obviously, Hitman's Bodyguard, um, loads of stuff. But he was really nice. I got talking to him. He's been working in doing storyboarding for like 30 years, but he said he had really good fun with this one. Like I can imagine like drawing all those creatures and stuff like that was pretty cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was bad. Butch?
Nice, yeah, same. I enjoyed it. I not like Love and Monsters sort of enjoyed it, but yeah, it was a good vibe, man. That's what I sort of stoked to sort of talk about it. But put a number on it.
Jolly Paul?
It's gonna go
Uh,
dead average.
I'm gonna go 6 because I did enjoy the first kind of 3/4 of it. Just kind of let a damp squib at the end.
Oh, boo.
But no, 6 out of 10. I think, yeah, slightly above.
Matt?
I'd probably go about a 6 or a 7, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It
Yeah.
kept me entertained. It was different. It was, had different things about it. So,
It was nice to see something original come onto Netflix for a change.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
with some big stars as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely driven by Greta Lee and yeah. All right, 6 out of 10. Beautiful job. Next episode will be the big Fright Fest reveal. All right, let's move on to our movie from the vault.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Beverly Mantle.
By every scientific measure, they are absolutely the same. They share everything.
You haven't had any experience until I've had it too. Bev, you've got to try the movie star. She's unbelievable.
Doctor, you've cured me. You mean to say there's 2 of them? They're twins, dear.
I think we should drop her, Bev.
You drop her.
I'm in love with that. Can't be love if it does this to you, can it?
Doctor, I think there's something wrong with you.
Patients are getting strange. What are they? We're working on mutant women.
From David Cronenberg, who in The Fly made the fantastic real.
Get him out of here! Radical technology was required. Something radical is definitely required.
Now, David Cronenberg makes reality the ultimate fantasy. Dead Ringers.
Separation can be a terrifying thing.
Okay, this week's movie from the vault, which was picked quite a long time ago, by our guest Colm, was Dead Ringers, 1988's Dead Ringers. David Cronenberg directed, starring the one and only Jeremy Irons as twins. Quick synopsis: twin gynecologists take full advantage of the fact that nobody can tell them apart until their relationship begins to deteriorate over a woman. So, lads, where do we start with this?
Have you guys, is this a first watch for you two?
Yeah, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
See, I watched this when I was way too young. way too young. And I don't think I understood the film then. So I saw it through very different eyes this time.
Yeah, quite an interesting. I mean, obviously Cronenberg's famous for his body horror and stuff like that, but we have seen these weird dramas, kind of psychological horror with the likes of Crash. Sex movie. But like not this was very much driven obviously by Jeremy Irons acting. This was he was just absolutely incredible as the two. I mean, we've seen some movies where the twin, Tom Hardy and the Craze, every version of the Craze. We got Jean-Claude Van Damme in Double Impact. There's quite a lot of like, it's an interesting trope of watching somebody play two different characters. And I think Jeremy Irons did a wicked job. You didn't really notice that transition at all. And I think the two characters of Elliot and Beverly were so similar and yet the same that it worked. And I guess the trope is the fact that they are weird. One of them's Elliot's a bit more confident, and is they kind of swap women a lot. Elliot seems to try the women, and then Beverly will step in afterwards. But this one actress gets between them because Beverly sort of falls for her a little bit more, and Elliot is still trying to play the game. He still goes back for more, and then she notices. Um, but their work is quite revolutionary. Is that the right word?
I mean, that's a bit of an understatement, isn't it? Towards the end.
Mm. But it's
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget the actress that they fall for or get involved with has a mutant womb.
yeah, was it a
Yeah, she's
trifecta?
going to be in X-Men in 2028. She is going to be two womb girl.
Three wombs.
Free womb. So yeah, free wounds.
What's your mutant name? Uterus. Nice.
Woomy.
Oh dear. Woomy.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I know that it was well acted and it was an interesting watch, but not my cup of tea, is what I'm going to go with. What about you, Matt?
It's a strange one. It's not my favorite Cronenberg movie by a long shot. I appreciate what it does, and I appreciate the Jeremy Irons of it all, because let's face it, is Jeremy Irons and Jeremy Irons before. I mean, there wasn't a lot of films out of with this much content and this much kind of like acting involved, because he absolutely chews up the scenery. I think, like Butch, you said, he makes the film. But yeah, I mean, it's a real dark tale that's loosely based on a true story, about two brothers that were found in a New York apartment. Um, but it's weird. I think initially it's a movie about um, temptation, how far can you go with stuff, and ultimately it's a dark movie with just a downward spiral,
Yeah,
and it just gets worse and worse. It's not it's a dark movie in it. I mean, it's very very downbeat.
there's no happy
And
ending in this.
yeah, it's definitely not. Interesting subject matter, is that they're just always pushing it as far as they can to see what they can get away with. But
Well,
yeah,
they interchange so much that they've kind of lost themselves, haven't they? This is
yeah.
kind of that thing that at the end kind of deals with the theory of like conjoined twins and stuff. Then obviously they're not Siamese twins, but they kind of technically are because they've become so used to being each other that they kind of lose themselves. I think that's kind of what it kind of pulls for. Yeah, I mean, look, Jeremy Irons is fantastic in it. I think, to be fair, Butch, I think that the seamlessness of all the twins, I think it's probably down to the directing. I thought it was really, really snappy, really, really sharp, and I was quite impressed with that because there was never like a shot where you went, that's definitely someone else, or it was very, very believable that there were two people there who looked exactly the same. And I think for the time it was made as well, I think it was just really, really well done. There's a scene, I mean, look, however spoilers you get towards the end where they're kind of both drug addled and they're following each other through the flat. And I thought it was unbelievable. I thought the shot where it's kind of because they're like walking the same way. to the point where I thought they were just going to fuse into one another, because I thought there's got to be some Cronenbergness coming soon. But I thought it was really, really well done. However they shot that, I don't know whether they shot like the same shot and just laid it over one another, because I couldn't tell the difference between the way that each of them was walking, because it was exactly the same, but it had that kind of stagger to it. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was really, really well shot. But yeah, I think I agree with you guys. It's not my favorite Cronenberg. It was kind of a character study with not a kind of lot of ups and downs. It kind of was a bit of a straight line for me, to be fair. It was not. I was like, there was one kind of body horror shotgun moment where you're like, "Fuck, that's mental," but it never really accelerated from there. So yeah,
They got quite medical at one point, like because I was watching it with Sophie for a bit, and then
Get some ideas, will you?
Sophie walked out as soon as they started getting the close-ups of the, what the surgery and stuff like that.
have you ordered them from Temu, Butch? Have you? Tell us the truth.
But those tools that he got at the end, I mean, that was quite
The
disturbing.
design of the tools is insane.
Mhm.
Now that, if anything's Cronenberg in this movie, it's the design of those tools is
He did-
insane.
You know what? I thought they looked quite Geigerish, though. Like
Yeah.
from Alien.
He did Existence, right? Existence, or
Yes.
whatever it is.
Existence,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what it reminded me very much of the
Yeah,
precursor to that. Yeah, but then like when you got Existence, which again is up there, but still not as there as The Fly or fucking Eastern Promises, History of Violence and stuff like that. Crash, which is amazing.
Second time you mentioned that, Butch.
Sex movie. I'm not a pervert.
a lot of people love this movie though. It's up in a lot of lists for being like, pretty renowned for being a good movie. It's way up there in a lot of lists.
Thing is, when you say that, it's because Jeremy Irons absolutely smashes it.
Oh
and
yeah,
and it
100%.
is, like Paul said, a complete character study, and as a sort of almost solo adventure, it works in that respect. So it's kind of quite arty.
It's unique
But
as well.
yeah, unique, but it's not, I mean, not my cup of tea. It's not what I want from horror. I could appreciate it in terms of like cinema, but I want to see some fucking people get, I don't know. If this was my
It's
movie,
too
I would,
highbrow. Too
well,
highbrow.
maybe.
There was no hungry hippopotamus in it.
I want to see I want that surgery moment to be like horrible.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get some, like, he was going to remove a womb, and it was going to be proper, like, like, because he obviously he starts taking drugs, and like I think the actress gets off scot-free here because she introduces him to these drugs, and obviously because Beverly's a bit of the meeker kind of innocent one, it kind of takes over him quite quickly and becomes addicted to it. I thought we were going to get some real, like, when he went in that surgery room, even if he was hallucinating it, some proper like mutant womb came out because he started believing everyone was mutants. That's why he got all of the new surgical instruments made and stuff. But we just never got it. And I was like, even like, watching things like Videodrome and stuff, you get these really kind of standout moments. And it was just, I was waiting for it and it just never came. Oh,
It's quite a sensitive subject matter, I suppose, as well. Maybe dealing with like, fertility treatment and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I could have done with just, I don't know, like you said, a mutant womb writhing around the floor or something like that. Like some weird dream sequence would have kept me going.
tell you what, that's a short film and next year's Fright Fest, isn't it? Mutant Womb.
Fuck it out. But yeah, can see why Colm want us to watch it. Got any Matt's
No,
facts?
it's a well-made film, Butch. It is a really
It
well-made
is a
film.
well-made film. It's a well-made film. It's just not my. He knows that it's not my thing.
It wasn't really my cup of tea either, to be fair. So
I want some fucking.
I wasn't a big fan of the opening scenes as well. It made it feel like a TV film.
Like
It
it's
was
like
like
really bad
classical
Stephen
music.
King sort of thing going on. Yeah.
It
Well,
did
I
feel
thought-
a bit dated, but until it got to the film.
I mean, it was funny when the kids walking up to that last and just going, "Hello, would you like to have sex with us?" It's like, hang on. She was like, "Fuck off."
it very much set the tone.
But I again, it was like, it was weird that there were two like English twins wandering around the middle of America. Like what? It's like what? Where did they come from? What did they do? Like how have they? How are they like this?
I don't know about.
So
They come from the twin agency.
yeah.
Just phone
Well,
them up and they go, "Have you got two twins?" Yeah, we'll send them over.
being a twin myself,
Oh yeah, we didn't even delved into
Oh,
that.
we forgot you were a
baggage.
mutant.
yeah.
Twins.
I mean, I'm definitely not an identical twin.
Thank God for your brother. What?
We've definitely never shared women.
Are
Um,
you sure?
but I did make some sex instruments for it. Yeah.
But
So
even like the ending and stuff like that, with like, his brother being okay, I'm gonna die for you sort of thing. And he disembowels his brother. That scene could have been fucking brutal. And just instead
yeah,
all you see is his son is
What I will say, I'm just saying this out now. We did not watch a special edition of this. We all watched this. It was on ITV, so
oh
there
for
well could
fuck's
have been
sake.
loads cut from this. I will
Okay.
just say that because it was
well,
an ITV.
I had to buy it. So if I bought the
Oh,
shitty
okay.
version, I would be pretty pissed.
I hope so.
Just saying it might have been censored in some places. I'm not sure.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh, hiss.
So, do you boys want some Matt's facts?
Oh, yes,
Do I
please.
ever?
There we go. Um, Name three celebrities that have three wombs.
Still a black.
Share
Any more?
Britney Spears.
What,
No,
all
Britney Spears has got more wombs than that. Do you mean wombs? House wombs? Bed wombs?
That's the worst ever. Anyway, initially, Jeremy Irons had two separate dressing rooms and two separate wardrobes, which he would use depending on which character he was playing at the time. Soon he realized that the whole point of the story is you should sometimes be confused as to which is which, after which he moved to a single dressing room and mixed the wardrobes together and found an internal way to play each character differently using the Alexander technique to give them different energy points, which gave them slightly different appearances. The working title was Gemini of this film, called Gemini. The studio didn't like it and switched to Twins. What that ends up like. This was changed to Dead Ringers after Ivan Reitman, who produced the two of the David Cronenberg's early films, approached Cronenberg about purchasing the rights to use the title Twins. This title was then used for the Danny DeVito Arnold Schwarzenegger film in 1988, which is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I love that film.
Yakety yak, don't talk about it.
Back.
Robert De Niro turned down the role as the Mantle twins because he felt uncomfortable playing a gynecologist. Margot Kidder was David Cronenberg's second choice for playing the role of Claire Nouveau. Incidentally, Kidder had played a homicidal twin in what film?
Sisters.
Yes, from 1972, Brian De Palma's Sisters, which was fucking brilliant.
Nice.
The movie, as we touched on earlier, is based on two real-life twins, Stuart and Cyril Marcus. The two were found dead in their apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Their deaths were due to withdrawal from barbiturate addiction. The story was told in the novel Twins by Barry Wood and Jack Giesland, published in 1977. If you want to catch up on that, Butch. And that's all I've got on that.
Thank you, Matthew.
No worries. So what you rating this bad boy then, guys?
Oh God. Okay. It's an hard one because obviously it's a good movie
You
and
got
well
a hard one,
acted,
didn't you, watching it? Oh.
but it's not my cup of tea. So it's going to get a 6 for me.
Jordy Paul?
I'm gonna give it a 7. And it's a low 7, but a 7. I appreciated it from how it was kind of made and shot and stuff, but it didn't exactly thrill me, and I wouldn't exactly say it's up there with his best. So, but I didn't hate it. But yeah, we're at the 7. For that shot through the flat, I think it blew me away a bit. So yeah, 7.
It is a difficult one to kind of rate it because you've got like the absolute genius of Jeremy Irons acting. And then you've got like David Cronenberg's directorial skills.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a really, really hard one. I mean, again, a bit like Butch, it's not really my sort of thing, and I've got other Cronenberg films that I like a lot more. However, I probably agree a bit more with Paul Stevens on the 7 for me. Totally different to when I watched it when I was probably about 10, 11 years old. Which I shouldn't have been watching that film. I probably didn't understand what the hell was going on.
Boobies then, was it?
A little bit of that. Why is he tying that around her wrists? Why is he stopping her breathing? What's that about?
She loved the sex.
Yeah. But yeah. All round, I mean, it's good to rewatch again. You know,
Right.
yeah,
Are we getting something less serious? I think it's Paul. Paul, it's your pick. What are we going
Mr.
for?
Geordie Paul, what you gonna pick?
I don't think we nearly got through the entire podcast without Matt mentioning who we met on holiday.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't even believe I didn't even talk about that. Do you want
I'm
me
you
to
just
wanna-
quickly talk about it now?
Yeah, go on, tell that story before I do my
So,
pick.
so yeah, I'm on holiday in Turkey, like just walking along in my hotel. Go to the shop and hear a voice. I'm like, I know that voice anywhere. And no, I couldn't believe my eyes when Thomas Turgoose from basically This Is England walks past me. I was like, oh my
Eden
God.
and like Eden Lake. Bit of a
Yeah,
horror
and
vibe.
Eden Lake and loads of other films. And he's got a film at Fright Fest called Synthesized. And I was like, shit, if I see him later, I'm going to chat to him. So there he was stood at the bar in front of us. And my wife taps him on the shoulder and says, hello, are you Thomas Turgoose? And he goes, yeah, I am. And what a guy. What a guy. Such a nice guy. Got chatting to him. I told him how much I love This Is England, the TV show and the film, and how our mates all have a connection with that film, and the music's great, and got a chatting to him, and hopefully we can get him on the pod. So I've reached out and hopefully he'll come on. But that was so weird that he was staying at the same hotel as me. And no, it wasn't a 5-star posh hotel before you say anything. So all inclusive, Turkey, 5 stars, but probably a 4. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so my pick. In honor of that, Matt,
Mhm.
and Butch kind of just fucking spoiled it, but never mind. I'm gonna go 2008. We're gonna watch Eden Lake.
Lovely. Well up for it.
Cool. That is a fucking hard watch.
Hopefully we can get him on for that episode. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Who knows?
Fassbender, Jack O'Connell,
Kelly
um,
Riley.
Kelly Riley.
Kelly
Jesus
Riley, yeah.
Christ. Yeah. That is a fucking fuck ton of. That's
I've
For
seen
sure.
it once before, guys, many moons ago. So yeah,
pretty sure I've got a copy on DVD. But
Same.
where can we watch this?
Amazon Prime, I believe.
Ooh, cool.
Of course it's going to be available. It's Geordie Paul's picking. A stingy bastard.
I fucking bought Dead Ringers. Piss off.
And now you got it to rewatch anytime you want.
Lovely, lovely little setup there, mate. Like that. It's a good little swing from the vines.
I've been meaning to pick it for ages. It was just kind of fell into my lap with Matt meeting Thomas Turgoose. So I thought, oh, why not? Let's do it now.
That is going to be a hard watch.
Just like Dead Ringers.
Cool. That's episode 211. Done. Dead Ringers and The Last House. There we go. Moving on to episode 212. The boys will be in London 10 watching Fright Fest, so we're going to have a fuckload of movies to discuss on next episode, along with a rather depressing Eden Lake. Or my worst nightmare, should I say? A bunch of fucking chavs chasing me down in the middle of the forest.
All right, no spoilers.
That was regular around your way where you used to live. Anyway,
Exactly, you know.
less of that.
But yeah, that is grand. Boys, I hope you have a great time at Fright Fest. Anyone else who's going, who's listening, have a lovely time. I'll be back next year.
You'll be missed, mate. You'll be missed.
Oh, good. But there you go. When there's no more room in hell, here's another podcast.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
You can follow us on Twitter @DrawOneLast, Instagram @DrawOneLastBreath, or pop us an email at drawonelastbreathpod@hotmail.com.